Not a big fan of this, to be quite honest. It's been bear spotted around here lately. It's always encouraging. Gonna do a little crawling to get in here. So I'm out searching for a cave. I am going through the Book of Enoch, verse by verse, and for whatever reason, as I prayed about doing that series, because I was hesitant to do it, but God, through my prayer, just kept saying, I want you to do it, I want you to do it. But he said he wanted me to do it from a cave. And this, of course, in my head, I'm like, well, that's strange. But God's in the business of asking you to do strange things, and I don't need to know why. But I'm going to be obedient to that. So I've been going to this one cave that is near kind of where I grew up. But it's a public cave. And the problem with the public cave is, generally speaking, the public often are there. And sometimes I may be there for filming for an hour or so. And of course, at some point, the public's coming because they take walks. There's trails there and stuff. And then there's another cave that I know of that I was going to go to. It's off of a railroad track. There's like cliffs along railroad tracks. And at one point, there's a cave in it. Just one day, me and my kids, when they were real little, discovered it. We were just walking down the railroad track. And we just came across this cave. I'm going to be real honest. I don't necessarily feel super comfortable going in there just to film. One, it's private property. Two, I don't know what's in there. It's, could be people, could be rattlesnakes, could be bears, could be mountain lions, could be all sorts of stuff in there. Could be nothing. Most likely nothing. But in my head, I was thinking, deal with the public or maybe get attacked by a bear. And I was leaning towards getting attacked by a bear. Is actually a little better for my spirit than going and just trying to film in the general public. But then somebody reminded me that there's caves all over around the Kansas City area that are leased spaces. So I went, there was this one, we used to go into it. It wasn't it was just a private cave. All the caves around here, by the way, there's obviously some natural ones, but the big ones where they have offices in there and things like that. A lot of storage. A friend of mine has a gun range in one of those. So there's all sorts of stuff you could do in these caves. But they were all because of during the Pendergast era in Kansas City, he ran, really the concrete industry. Like he built that concrete industry. And as a result, there's a ton of these caves that have been just essentially dug out to produce gravel for concrete. It was kind of a thing where he had the mineral rights of the land, but he didn't actually own the land, so he dug underneath everybody, which made, of course, that land above it really uninhabitable, because many places, one of these caves, we used to go in it. When we were kids, we used to go in there. We used to go in there late at night. It was just a cave. There weren't guards there like there are now. And there was nothing in there. It was just like somebody had dug out this giant cave with giant machines. And there was a place called Party Rock. And it was deep, deep in there. And there was tons of graffiti. We'd have giant bonfires. And we'd all hang out. Like 20 of us over at this giant rock in the middle of a cave. A lot of memories in that cave. But now what's in that cave, I just went in there because I thought, well, let's go in there. Let's see if they'll let me use some space in there. And the U.S. National Archives and Records Administration is in there. And obviously the diplomats aren't in there. So clearly, that's where they keep their records. Fascinating. And I did notice right as I pulled in, 30 security guards just kind of like puppies, just... What's that guy doing here? I was told, obviously, I can't film it. So They recommended a storage place across the street, which I didn't know was there. Never went into those caves. And I was told by that guy, I called him, nobody was there, it was gated up. I was told you can only access that on Saturdays. So now I'm going to Kansas City, where there's a cave underneath the city. So Subtropolis, the Lamar Hunt family, or the Clark Hunt family, I guess now. They're not there, like nobody's there. The security said you gotta call a number and it just goes to voicemail, and the voicemail's full. So I'm gonna keep on rolling. Maybe I just gotta deal with bears. I don't know. I got one more place. This is kind of a sketch cave. Let's see how this one goes. This one is in Independence off of 23rd Street. We'll see how this one goes. It's more of a storage for boats and RVs and stuff. But I could lease a spot for a car and just use that space. All right, so all of these have been a big old bust. I think I'm gonna have to go in and deal with a bear of some sort. Just kidding. I'm sure there's nothing in there. I went there with my kids before. I was just trying to find a place that actually is consistently usable and open to me. Again, I know this is private property, and I don't know. But that's the way I'm going to go. Rather deal with the risk of a bear or rattlesnake than I would dealing with the general public when I'm trying to film. So that's where I'm going to go. Sorry, this is just kind of a little coming on the adventure with me of searching out a cave. When I go in that one, I'll have, of course, the Book of Enoch going out through there. I'm going to go there later on. So I've spent most of the day looking for a cave. Tried public caves, offered to pay for space. And there is a public cave that I've been filming Enoch in. But the problem is it's a public cave. And just as longer I'm there, though generally the public's going to show up. So there's this cave. I think I'm walking up on it now. I'm going to turn this camera around. This one right here. This one right here that I found a long time ago with my kids. A little creeped out, not sure what's in there. Benjamin, here. Benjamin, here. I don't know if Benjamin wants to go in there. We'll check this out. Lay my stuff down here first. All right. Anybody in there? Hello? All right. Sorry for the profane graffiti. It looks fairly empty. All right, I'm gonna go for it. All right, we're gonna give this a try. Okay. Not a big fan of this, to be quite honest. All right, it's been bear spotted around here lately. It's always encouraging. Gonna do a little crawling to get in here. All right. I feel like I'm just going deep in a hole. Come here, bears. All right, here we go. Let's look around here. So this is going to be home for a while. I'm going off over there. Welcome to a series called the Book of Enoch, where we're going through the Book of Enoch verse by verse, because the Book of Enoch is our best insight into the days of Noah. Manners. There we get out of here, buddy. All right, so I found my cave. Filmed 3 videos in there. It's great. Love that space, man. It was an all-day journey trying to find a space. That was really my last resort, but man, it's funny how things work out. Sometimes your last resort is your best resort. But so far, so good. Really enjoying that space. Thanks for joining me. I know this wasn't much of a video, but I feel like if you're searching for a cave, you got to make a video about it. So